Okay, so I'm coming to you from my other machine. I'm trying to update the Linux box upstairs. It decided it didn't want to cooperate with Docker, and then I got a message update. I'm like, well, this is a good time as any because the thing isn't working the way I think it should. So anyway, while that's going on, I'm using this machine downstairs. And what I want to talk to you tonight is about we talked about the impact on developers of Ethereum 2. I want to talk about it on miners. And one of the big things that's been controversial is EIP, which is Ethereum Improvement Proposal 1559. So this article talks about it here, and what it's going to. Well, there are a few problems with the Ethereum chain right now. First of all, it is proof of work. Proof of work is not energy efficient because you need these big. Think about Bitcoin. They got these huge mining machines that cost a fortune and use a lot of electricity, and kind of limits the supply of miners. Well, in Ethereum, what you're having is the cost to do transactions changes a lot, can get very high if the network's congested. It can be slow if you've ever moved Ethereum, and I think I've mentioned this before. It can be a while to the point that you're like, did I make a mistake? Did I do something wrong? Where's my stuff? So this proposal and the move from proof of work to proof of stake is very commonly used in some of the newer chains. I know Polkadot uses it, others do. And basically, you get to mine or verify transactions by putting an investment of the coin in there. And that's you stake, and if you don't perform appropriately, you can lose your stake. You can lose all your stake, part of your stake. Usually it's like part of your stake, I think. And then you get, by staking, you get paid for the transaction. So it's, and of course, proof of work, you run these heavy duty machines and you get paid from the transactions depending. Now the thing is, if we're talking about smart contracts here, you want to be able to execute them, you want to be able to interact with them, and you don't want a lot of friction in terms of the cost of transactions or gas. So this article lays out some of the advantages of in the changes. First of all, quicker transactions can be done. The transaction fees are going to be more stable. Now, this is interesting. Ether is burned for transactions. In the past, it went to the miners. So, of course, obviously, they're not in favor of this, but it can be good for Ether in terms of keeping it as an investment. And remember, with everything going on in the world, with government spending, and a lot of countries going nuts, people want alternate investments, and some people are looking at physical things like timber or land, or easiest one would be precious metals. I mean, it's not hard to buy gold or silver, and some people are looking at crypto as a way to get their money away from fiat, which has been and is going to continue to be, and even worse, deflated. At least, I don't know, that, a lot of people, I certainly think it's going to be deflated. This is not investment advice or anything like that. That's not what we're here for. That's not what I do. But when you see the government spending a lot of money, that could lead to the currency losing value. And there are various strategies that one can use to protect themselves, and that's best discussed between you and your investment advisor, or if you have one, or your own research. Or if you have, if you don't have an investment advisor, but you have enough significant investment, then if that's not your strength, it's probably, or you don't have time to follow everything, it's not a bad idea to find someone that you trust, who keep an eye on things when you're busy, leading your life. Anyway, back to this. So this avoids transaction fees getting nuts. It keeps the volatility down. It eliminates, instead of an auction for Ether, you fix prices. Everything's more predictable. It limits inefficiencies. So this goes into, inefficiency. Now this is a new one for me. This looks more like something. I'll have to look up more with this. This one I don't know too much about, but let's get back here. Let's see. This is another article on this. The question, will GPUs won't be, until it completely, it's going to be a while. This is not a change that's going to happen overnight. It's a change. It's going to take time. You can't just do these things, flip a switch. You're going to have some different you're going to have some mergers. There's going to be stages of this where you're still going to have the proof of work, and you're going to kind of slowly migrate from proof of work to proof of stake. And this article says we're talking about the end, 2022. And again, they're talking about there's no rush. It could be before the end of the year. Other things I'm saying that's not going to happen. But this is big, and I think this is good. It's gonna get rid of some of the issues that Ethereum has in terms of speed, in terms of cost of running the smart contracts, and taking advantage of the Ethereum chain. It's going to make it more competitive with some of the newer technologies that are out there. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful. If it has, please give a like, please subscribe, please share with your friends who may be interested. Ring the bell to get further videos. And my little report's still out there, but one thing, if you sign up if you download that, I have started sending out a newsletter every week where I try to provide value. In fact, I talked about this in part on the one I just sent out. And, that's the whole goal of it, is to send it out, and for those who are on my list, to provide value, to give you something that you can learn from. So anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time.